going to discuss our first chapter, more on operating system. In this chapter, we will learn get familiar with system settings, get familiar with Windows and Workspace, get familiar with multiple windows. You have already learned about Linux Edge Ubuntu in your previous classes. Let us learn some more other features of Linux Ubuntu. System settings. The system settings is a special tool that are used to change the Linux Ubuntu looks and behaves. Some of these tools help you to adjust settings that make your computer easy to use. For example, there are options to change the settings of mouse like changing pointer speed, double click speed and primary button. To open the system settings window, click on Systems menu icon at the top right corner of the taskbar. Select System Settings option from the list. The System Settings window appears on the screen. The screen is divided vertically into two parts or panes, left pane and right pane. The left pane contains Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, background, universal access, etc. like system settings. The right pane displays the setting options to perform particular tasks selected on left pane. Next is universal access. You have already learned how to change the desktop background in your previous class. The universal access option is where you can turn on some of the accessibility settings. To access the accessibility settings of the computer, first click System menu icon at the right of the taskbar, then a list appears. Select System Settings option, System Settings window appears, then click on Universal Access on the left pane. Now, Universal Access options appears on the right pane. You can see four sections in the which are seeing, hearing, typing and pointing and clicking. Turn on the accessibility features. For example, to make double click speed faster, on pointing and clicking action, drag the slider at the double click, delay towards right to decrease the time interval between two click of double clicking. Here, first click on System menu, then select System Settings option, then you can select the Universal Access option, then you can select the double click delay option and drag the slider to right. This is the way to access the accessibility features. Similarly, you can turn on or off more accessibility features by clicking accessibility options. Windows and workspaces. Like other desktop, the Ubuntu uses Windows to display your running application. Using the bottom panel, you can launch new applications and control active windows. In Linux, a workspace refers to grouping of windows on the desktop, allowing users to create multiple virtual desktops to reduce clutter and organize their work. Next is switch between windows. You can see all the running applications that have a graphical user interface in the Windows switcher. This makes switching between tasks a single step process and provides a full picture of which applications are running. To get Windows switcher, press Super plus Tab key combination. Release Super key to select the next window in the switcher. To get the Windows switcher, you can press Super plus Tab key combination and release Super key to select the next window in the switcher. Otherwise, still holding the Super key, press Tab to cycle through the list of open windows or Shift plus Tab to cycle backwards. Multiple windows. In Ubuntu, you can display two application windows in side-by-side windows at a time. For this, open LibreOffice Calc and Mozilla Firefox program one by one. The LibreOffice Calc is active at present. Click on the title bar of active window, hold down the left mouse button and drag it towards the right edge of the screen. While dragging, the mouse pointer changes into a hand shape. Release the mouse button, the window will occupy half of the screen as shown figure. Similarly, drag the other window to the left side using the same process. You can switch between any window by clicking on Alt plus Tab key shortcut. Okay. Linux commands. Linux commands refers to the instructions or input that users provide to perform specific operations in the Linux operating system, which means Linux commands are a group of instructions or input that users provide to perform specific operation. Okay. Linux has a lot of command line tools that can be used for virtually everything on the system. Linux commands are used to perform a variety of tasks including creating and displaying information about files and directories. A shell is a program that receives commands from the user and gives it to the operating system to process, and it shows the output. Linux shell is its main part. Its distros come in GUI, graphical user interface, but basically Linux has a CLI, command line interface. Linux kernel is a free open source monolithic modular Unix-like operating system kernel. It is the main component of Linux operating system. Next is create a new folder in Linux. To create a folder in Linux, we can use the make directory, which is mkdir command line in Linux servers. The command make directory is one of the most useful commands in Linux to create a folder. Mkdir command. This command can create multiple directories at once as well as set the permission for the directories. So, the syntax for mkdir command is mkdir in bracket options, and in another bracket you can give the directories. So this is the way to create a new folder in Linux using mkdir command. Create a new file in Linux. You can create a new file by using the commands touch command and cat command using terminal window. Touch command is used to create a file without any content. It means a blank file can be created using touch command, and cat command is used to create a file with content. Contentful file can be created with cat command. Touch command is the most used command for creating a new file in Linux. The syntax for touch command is touch file name. Okay, so by using the touch command, you can also create more than one file. To create multiple files at once using the touch command, syntax is touch file1, file2, file3. Next is cat command. We know cat command is used for creating file with content. So cat command to read, we use the cat command to read the contents of a file. However, we can also use the cat command to create a new file. We cannot edit files using cat command. To create a new file using cat, run the cat command and then use. To create a new file using cat, run the cat command and then use the redirection operator greater than symbol followed by the name of the file. Now you will be prompted to insert file content into this newly created file. The syntax for cat command is cat redirection operator, then you can give the file name. It is abcfile.txt. Type a line and then press Ctrl plus D to save the file. Creating files in Linux is very easy. Can be done both manually using the file manager or by using the different commands in the terminal window. So friends, that's all about this chapter. I hope you all understood. Thank you.